Freaky Friday is intended for adults and is a show featuring adult conversations. Topics may vary, but are focused on human sexuality, fetish, and topics of intimate nature. Some may feel uncomfortable watching this show, and some topics may take you out of your comfort zone. We encourage everyone to stay and learn, as we hope this is an educational show, but stress that viewer discretion is advised. And if a topic makes you feel uncomfortable, please do not continue watching. Welcome to Freaky Friday. Welcome to Freaky Friday, where we dare to talk about taboo topics like fetish, bondage, sex, vibrators, and more. This isn't your dad's Friday night programming, but your mom loves it. Welcome to Freaky Friday, hosted by Mr. Anderson, who is the unboxable, uncanny advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. Also the giver of free hugs and spends. Everyone watching this program will get virtual free hugs and spends. It's time to get on with the show. Welcome to Freaky Friday. Music provided by the YouTube Audio Library. Produced by Silent Partner. Song name, Tied Up. Presented by Continuum Comics. This is the first issue of Eclipse, the Hawaiian Protector. In the wake of a catastrophic event, Eclipse has become a person of interest, being a suspect and connected to the catastrophic event itself. He has caught the attention of the government. With his intentions unclear, the government sends their fixer to bring in this so-called Hawaiian protector. Meet Eclipse, the Redeemers, and the villain you'll never forget, Solar Flare. Thank you for watching and sharing this campaign and hopefully contributing. Check out the reward levels to find the rewards that fit with you and join us on this heroic journey. Hello, everybody. It's the weekend of Halloween. It's also a special Freaky Friday because I'm live for the first time in months. I'm about to head out and go enjoy the holiday weekend. I got my co-host back there hanging around. We call him Skelly because he's a skeleton. He's got a lot to say. We're going to talk about kinky headlines. You just saw the Kickstarter that I am part of. I'm officially listed as the letterer for that. And I'm part of it behind the scenes, too. You got to check out the creation of Mike Seeley, the Hawaiian Protector. All right, let's get to the kinky headlines. And here we go. TikTok kink test will reveal your deepest sexual desires. I have a BDSM survey I think does better, but I love seeing the fact that this is becoming something. There's even a hashtag, Kink Talk, that you guys can check out. Anna Lynn McCord says BDSM with Dominic Perel changed everything about her relationship, and Dom was her Dom. It's a good article, and she actually credits it for helping her heal from traumatic events. Now, remember, BDSM is not therapy. It is not meant to actually be used as a replacement for therapy, but it can be therapeutic, especially done with a partner, because it teaches you how to learn how to trust someone again. Yahoo.com, by the way, that was brought to us by page6.com. Yahoo.com tells us that this practice from BDSM should be part of everyone's sex life. What is it? Well, you're going to have to go to yahoo.com to actually read it, because I want you to read the article. I want you to see how powerful BDSM, kink, and fetish can be for a relationship. And Leather Life, an article here from lavendermagazine.com about fetish under 40. I'm not a big leather person. It's very strict, very protocol based, but I think it's an interesting article to at least read and understand if you're going to dive into the fetish scene. Local event. This happened in October 6th, I think it was. It's over, obviously. But the interesting thing about this is the events are starting up again. Whatever part of the pandemic we're in, they are now beginning again. So check your events calendars. The one thing FetLife is good for is actually events. Argumentatively the rest, but they do have a good events section. There was a patch article here for some reason not showing up Oh, it looks like the link went away. So whatever it was got taken down. This I thought was funny. The Sun.com sex actually views and hysterics as Alice Levine is forced to wear a bike helmet. So apparently, a reporter was sent to go look at something. Uh, uh, the host, Alice Levine, was forced to wear a literal bike helmet to watch a BDSM scene in a dungeon. The reason was the ceilings were low, but it was an article that got things to be around. And then the 10 ruined orgasms FAQ. What is it? How it feels? How to try. Ruined orgasms are about control, domination, and power. And with the right partner, these aspects of kink can be super sexy. What is all that about? Well, you're going to have to go to healthline.com to figure out more. But this is an important thing about learning about control. And here it is. The TV host actually wound up going and having a BDSM training session with someone, and it turned out she liked what she was doing. And then we had from msreporter.com, Sex in the Dark lights up meaningful discussions. This is so important. The fact that BDSM can open conversations between people, really understand each other, and go into actual sexual histories. Again, with the BDSM survey that I've created that you guys can see, part of the Barbara Unleashed series, now under Continuum Comics, you guys can learn about yourselves. This is why I created the survey. This is why it's so important. And here you go. Check out I think I have the survey a little bit for you guys to look at. Today for you guys, I got something a little different. For those who are fans of Barbara Unleashed, you know that we want to have an educational aspect to everything we do. We wanted to take it one step further and try something out for this. This is called the BDSM survey. This is a preview print copy that we had made to show off, and we've been able to give some people this on the road to get some feedback, and people have loved it. But when I say it's a BDSM survey, people have gotten very like, what could that mean? What is that? I found that the minute people opened it and flipped through it, they started to understand that this was going to be about them. This is going to be about them figuring out who they are and figuring out what they like and being able to share that with someone in a very non-threatening way, because you just get to fill this out and share it with someone. And of course, because it's part of the Barbara Unleashed brand, it has a lot of information. For those who've never read Barbara Unleashed, don't worry, it has nothing in here that you need to know beforehand. It'll only enhance the story to know the character, but it is not necessary. And we have some stuff that some of the readers might be, accustomed to seeing, maybe even some things popping back up, but they're important, and it gives you guys the ability to actually communicate with your play partners what you're into. And on the very back page, there's a place for notes. It's a very unique and different idea. We hope that you come along with us on the journey and get your copy of the BDSM survey today. All right. And that's available. Just reach out to me. I'll tell you how we can get you a copy. And the survey itself probably can get it to the point where it's more expensive to ship it to you nowadays than it is actually for the book. So the best squirting dildos and ejaculation sex toys for cum lovers from Vice.com. Yep, they come loaded. See what I did there? Consumer demands kinks the supply chain. This is about all the supply chain issues. And yes, it's hitting sex toys now. I'm sorry, guys. Your sex toys might be out of stock. Stock up now. And that was brought to us by DakotaFreePress.com. And it was just funny because there's supply chain issues for everything. Independent.ie asking for a friend. My husband and I used to be wild in the bedroom. It basically goes on to say that they've kind of lost that spark. How do they get it back? And how do you get it back if your relationship's gotten a little less than exciting? What's going on, Tommy? You just got to check it out and read the article and maybe put that spice back in. And here's a great one from healthline.com. What it means to have a kink versus a fetish. I cannot tell you how much this frustrates me when everyone calls everything like it's always like these people like, oh, it's my new kink, that's my new fetish. You have no idea what you're talking about. And it's this one moment where ignorance is popular and they like shine on and they think they're so clever and smart. And they don't realize how silly. We'll go with silly. They don't realize how silly they sound saying that. And this is a cool article from insider.com. How to discover your erotic blueprint and transform your sex life. You guys getting a theme today? A lot of people are trying to figure things out. And this TikToker went viral. Why? Because she said that you should have sex on the first date or the second date. Why is that? Well, it's kind of interesting. Sexual chemistry. How many times have you been in a relationship where you don't have sexual chemistry with a person? I've actually experienced that. It's not fun. It's actually not cool. I actually do kind of think maybe you should sleep together a little faster, or at least talk about your sexual preferences and be honest about it. Maybe with a BDSM survey. I'm just saying, there's this survey
today for you guys
that you guys could get. I'm just saying, might be an idea. And yes, I bring up that survey right away. National Kink Day happened on the 6th as well in October. Turns out the British aren't having enough sex. Not kidding. It's part of the article. The NNnews.com was talking about the fact that 1/3 or 33% of adults aren't having sex over there in the UK. Yeah. So they were trying to push some kink. I love it. Bear dating encourages people to start exploring their sexual kinks. And this is from cltampa.com. Savage love, your boyfriend's kink has crossed into abuse. Now, this is a subjective article, which has some things that people might or not disagree with. There's definitely a health concern here. There's definitely about red flags. Again, with something like a BDSM survey, you guys can actually figure out how to play together the right way and how not to. You have to be experienced. You have to know that you're not supposed to be doing things that can hurt people. Women with muscles is actually a fetish, believe it or not. Well, I don't know if it depends. If you can only have sex with women with muscles, then it's a fetish. If it is something that turns you on, it is more of a kink. That is basically what it comes down to quickly. We could go into a different debate about what difference between a fetish and a kink if you guys want in a future a future episode of this. But for now, that's the simplest thing. Think of it that way. A kink is something that really, really turns you on. A fetish is something you need in your sex life. But yeah, there are people who really are like, I'm turned on by muscular women. I know what you're talking about, Tommy. I'm with you. But that would be for me. Like, I just think it's sexy. I don't even think it would be a kink, but it does turn me on. All discussions about this are good, even if you don't necessarily agree with a person stepping over lines and all that. Just reading and understanding someone else's point of view is so important. That way, when you're with a partner, you can understand that this might be something that some people might have felt a certain way about, and you now know not to make a person feel that way. And finally, if you guys want to get your own BDSM server, you can get it at Sci-Fi Pop Fest 2021. This is going to be happening here right outside of Orlando in Florida. This is going to happen November 6th. I want you guys to come out, hang out with us. Me and Mike are planning to be there. We're going to be talking about continuing. We even got a panel, I'm told. I can't wait to get there. Remember to back the as a just part of. You guys are cool. You're a fan of me. Check it out. Clips, the Hawaiian Protector. You can get there by going to eclipsecomics.com. Back it even for the PDF. See the amazing talent of Mike Seeley. This is his creation. I got to be part of the story editing and lettering. And this Bobby Gregory guy, he was the writer. I think he did a good job. Same writer who did Cat Dad and Supermom. All right, guys. Real quick news, programming note. We'll be back next week for what will be the final Freaky Friday for the year until New Year's Eve. We will be back on New Year's Eve with Freaky Friday. We won't be back next week. We'll be back next week for a wrap-up show. Really quickly, the Halloween wrap-up, which we'll call Freaky Friday. After that, I think we're going to go with Festivus Friday. And we're going to do some holiday things, some quick, happy, go-lucky Thanksgiving things, something. It's just we're going to try to give you guys like just a little snippet of some stuff and just, holiday spirit and all that. Cheers. We will do Kinky headlines as part of the Festivus thing. We'll see. We'll see how maybe Kink's ideas for Kink stuff. It's actually on Black Friday, so maybe we'll do some shopping stuff. And I'll even do something special. So the show is going to be here. It's just going to have a temporary different name, Festivus Friday. And that starts the second full week of November. The first week we'll do a Halloween. We'll do something fun for Halloween because Halloween is really, really close. That's it, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you. Go out, have fun. It's live right now, so I want to go enjoy my my Friday night, my Halloween Friday night, Halloween weekend Friday night. So yeah, check it out. And for all those who are watching, let's do a quick TikTok. We'll tell everyone to enjoy the holiday weekend. So let's do this real quick. You guys ready? All right. No one talk. Everyone shh. Here we are. Look. Hi. We're actually live this week on Freaky Friday. That's actually why I didn't do a preview for it. We talked about kinky headlines and TikTok and how TikTok has actually kind of changed the way that kinksters are communicating. That's right. TikTok is we found a way to get to know each other, and we do cool little finger games where put a finger down if your kinky is AF. You know I am. So maybe I'll do a challenge too for this show late in 2022. But for now, we're out of here. We're ending the show. So we're going to end it with TikTok. You guys are with us when we end the show. This has been Freaky Friday. We'll see you next week for a wrap up of Halloween. Until then, stay kinky, my friends. And then we hit the end button and we're out of here. Thank you for showing up. By the way, this is who I am if you don't know already. Mr. Anderson is the unboxable advocating creator known as the indie comics devil who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. He is the giver of free hugs and spanks, and he is a partner in Continuum Comics. Check out everything erSiN at chainlinks.site.